The well-known stars of a Warsaw theatre company, including Ham Joseph Tura and wife Maria, are rehearsing Gestapo, a satirical play. That night, when the company performs Hamlet, with Joseph in the title role, one actor, Bronski, commiserates with colleague Greenberg about always being spear carriers. Greenberg, implied to be Jewish, reveals he has always dreamed of playing Shylock in The Merchant of Venice. Maria receives an admiring letter from Lieutenant Stanislav Sabinski. She invites him to visit her in her dressing room that night when Joseph begins his to-be, or not-to-be speech. Soon, the government issues orders to cancel Gestapo in order to avoid worsening relations with Germany. The following night, Sabinski again walks out during to-be. To meet Maria, infuriating Joseph. Sabinski confesses his love to Maria, assuming that she'll leave her husband, and the stage, to be with him. Before Maria can correct him, news breaks out that Germany has invaded Poland. Sabinski leaves to join the Polish division of the Royal Air Force, RAF, and the actors hide as Warsaw is bombed. Sabinski and his fellows meet the Polish resistance leader Professor Selecki. Selecki will return to Warsaw soon, and the men give him messages for their loved ones. However, Sabinski becomes suspicious when Selecki does not know of Maria Tura. The Allies realize that Selecki knows the identity of Polish airmen's relatives, against whom reprisals can be taken should he tell the Nazis. Sabinski flies back to warn Maria. However, Selecki has Maria brought to him by German soldiers and passes on Sabinski's message to her. He invites Maria to dinner, hoping to recruit her as a Nazi spy. Just before she arrives home, Joseph returns and finds Sabinski in his bed. Maria and Sabinski try to figure out what to do about Selecki, while Joseph tries to understand his wife's relationship with the pilot. Joseph proclaims he'll kill Selecki. A company member in Gestapo disguise summons Selecki to Gestapo headquarters, the theater. Joseph pretends to be Gestapo Colonel Erhardt. After giving Joseph the list of Polish resistance fighters' loved ones, Selecki becomes suspicious and mentions Sabinski's message for Maria and that to be or not to be signals their rendezvous. A surprised Joseph uncontrollably reveals himself. Selecki pulls a gun on him and tries to escape but is shot and killed on the theater's stage by Sabinski. Joseph disguises himself as Selecki and goes to Selecki's hotel to retrieve an extra copy of Selecki's list. There he finds Maria, who was unable to leave without Selecki's approval, and Captain Schultz, who has come to take him to meet with Erhardt. Joseph successfully passes himself off as Selecki and names recently executed prisoners as the leaders of the resistance. The next day, Erhardt, who believes Selecki convinced Maria to join the Nazi cause, informs her that they found Selecki's corpse in the theater. Unaware of this, Joseph telephones Erhardt still masquerading as Selecki and comes to meet with him. To expose Joseph as an imposter, Erhardt leaves him in a room with Selecki's dead body. Joseph has an extra fake beard, shaves off Selecki's beard and applies the fake beard. He then goads Erhardt into pulling it off, convincing him Joseph is the real Selecki. Unaware of Joseph's successful scheme, several actors disguised as Hitler's safety squad arrive, yank off Joseph's fake beard, and pretend to drag him out. Everyone is safe but now cannot leave Poland on the plane Erhardt had arranged for Selecki. The Germans stage a show to honor the visiting Hitler. The actors slip into the theater dressed as Germans and hide until Hitler and his entourage take their seats. As the Germans sing the Deutschlandlied, Greenberg suddenly appears and rushes Hitler's box, causing enough distraction to allow the actors to infiltrate the real Germans. Acting as the head of Hitler's guard, Joseph demands to know what Greenberg wants, giving the actor his chance to deliver Shylock's speech, ending with "If you wrong us, shall we not revenge?" Joseph orders Greenberg to be taken away. All the actors march out, including Bronski disguised as Hitler, get in Hitler's cars and drive away. At her apartment, Maria waits for the company to pick her up, but Erhardt arrives and tries to seduce her. Bronski enters costumed as Hitler, then walks out speechless, which makes Erhardt believe she's Hitler's mistress. Maria runs after Bronski, and Erhardt shoots himself out of shame. The actors take off in Hitler's plane, and Sabinski flies to Scotland. When Joseph is asked by the press what reward he would like for saving the underground movement, Maria asserts that he wants to play Hamlet. While performing, Joseph is gratified to see Sabinski sit quietly in the audience at the critical moment of his soliloquy. But as he proceeds, another handsome young officer gets up and heads noisily backstage.